It's quite outrageous what has happened. We have a parliament in Edinburgh which has failed to give consent to the withdrawal bill for the very simple reason that what we're seeing is Westminster is interfering in the devolution process. There are 24 areas of competence of the Scottish Parliament that Westminster is taking back control, to use its language. All the parties, with the exceptions of the Conservatives, have opposed giving consent to that. We had the situation last night that the Conservative government railroaded through amendments to the withdrawal bill that takes responsibility back for these devolved areas, but did it in a way that we were not given the opportunity to have our say. Not one single Scottish MP was able to speak in a debate that lasted less than 20 minutes. That's undemocratic. That's a slight to the Scottish Parliament and to the people of Scotland. I asked the Prime Minister today to bring forward emergency legislation that would allow us to debate properly what the interaction would be between the devolved administrations in Westminster, and she refused. It is an outrage that Westminster is showing the Scottish people, because that's what it is, and the Scottish Parliament, such utter disrespect. And I hope that the people of Scotland will reflect very carefully that what is a Conservative party that we have known that has acted in an anti-Scottish manner in the past, that has traditionally opposed devolution, has reverted to type, and a Secretary of State for Scotland that has done nothing to defend our national interests. If he has any dignity, if he has any self-respect, David Mundell should resign.
What just happened there? That was just a stunt, wasn't it? You leading everyone out?
No, it wasn't. We have a responsibility to stand up for our constituents, to stand up for Scotland. We have not been allowed to raise our voices in the Parliament behind us. The people of Scotland must understand what is going on. The utter disrespect which is shown to all of my colleagues and is shown to our government and our Parliament. It is not acceptable.
Were you not showing disrespect to the Speaker of the House of
No,
Commons?
I was not at all. I was very respectful, because I, within the rules of the House, moved a motion which I was entitled to do. I resumed my seat when I was asked to do so, but I made it clear that I was standing by my right to move a motion at that time, and I was refused the opportunity to do so.
Do you think the Speaker has got this wrong then?
Well, I'm entitled under standing orders to do what I did, and it's regrettable that the Speaker did not move that motion at the time that I moved it.
He's mocking you by
What is the point? What is the point of SNP members telling the Prime Minister that she has not allowed the democratic process to take place, and she simply ignores the question?
The Scottish Parliament has refused to give its consent. Does this make the argument for independence stronger?
We need to say to the people of Scotland that your wishes, your interests are being ignored. We are building the case for an independent Scotland. We had the Growth Commission that published a few weeks ago. We will have a conversation with the people of Scotland, but we need to say to them that if you fundamentally want to defend your own interests, and of course we wish to stay in the single market and the customs union, we wish to stay in the EU that we voted to remain in, ultimately the only way we can protect our interests, the only way we can deliver a fairer, a wealthier society in Scotland is with the full powers of independence. People in Scotland will reflect very carefully on what has happened over these last 24 hours.
But obviously
Standing back. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a very serious issue, and it's about a constitutional crisis that has been brought on by this Conservative, without any debate, without any of the SNP MPs being able to give a speech. From the SNP, from Labour, from the Liberals, from the Greens, all said that we were undertaken, that there was a very real concern that American companies would overwrite